reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something? Who are you? Oh, the help. Thank goodness you've arrived. The bathrooms are preposterous. I can't... Oh, you're not the help. Then who would you be? Oh, silly me. You are here to interview as my new assistant. Is it impossible to find a lovely, slender woman, or am I reaching for the stars? Hello. Well, there's no need for me to introduce myself because you obviously know who I am, but I will anyway. I am Miranda Priestley. I am the editor-in-chief of Runway magazine, but you already knew that. Alright, so you want to be my assistant? Can I see your resume? Dear, by all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me. Thank you. Why is no one ready? Can we take a look? Okay. Not terrible, not the worst resume I've ever seen. So it says here that, you used to work for New York Times as the editor-in-chief. Okay. So your last job was working at In Style magazine as their assistant. Okay, looks like you were only there for about 6 months. Why so short? I know everybody over there, so one call and I can find out the truth, so don't even think about lying to me. Okay, you just didn't fit the role any longer. Somebody better dressed came along. Well, my dear, that is definitely the fashion industry for you. Yeah, we take no prisoners. Okay, so I would like to know a little bit more about you, but just off of first glance, I can tell that you clearly have no style or sense of fashion, which I normally would just send you home and completely out of my office because I've been there and I've done that. However, I once had an assistant who reminded me of you. She was a chubby girl such as yourself. We ended up making things work, and it was all because of me, of course. So maybe I can turn you into a superstar assistant, only if you are ready and willing to do everything that it takes. Do you think you can handle that? Because if not, there's the door. I have plenty of other women and men who would love this position, would actually kill for it. Okay. So I want you to actually tell me a couple of things about yourself. You can just have that back. And I am going to just write them down so I can remember. Okay, so let me get my notes out. And then we can begin the interview process. So, looking the way that you do, please tell me, why are you interested in a fashion career? Please slow down. This isn't a contest on who speaks the quickest. Okay, you may now resume. Okay, interesting. Okay. Nice. You're not the first person to play with dolls when they were younger, so I hope you have a lot more to back that up, but I digress. Now, what interests you specifically in this role? Okay, now you're speaking too slow. At first it was too fast, and now it is too slow. How about we just meet somewhere in the middle? That sound good? Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. In your own words, how would you define fashion? Definitely not by the outfit that you're wearing, but I think we have made it very clear that if I were to hire you, the clothes that you are wearing right now, you would immediately need to burn. I would say donate them to the less fortunate, but they've already suffered enough. Okay. 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 Who or what inspires you when you are creating designs? Interesting. I did not take you for a Rick Owens type of girl. Oh, and seasons. For example, like spring, for example, what creative elements would you give me? Florals for spring. Groundbreaking. Alrighty. And let's see. Okay, how would you deal with an arrogant client? In this industry, unfortunately, some people have really nasty attitudes, but I digress that most of them have worked tirelessly to be where they are, so, with that chip on their shoulder, they deserve to act the way that they do. But I'm just curious, would you let them walk all over you, or how would you stand up to them? Or how would you even approach the situation? Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. So you would say that those are pros about yourself. Okay, and that's what you can add to this industry for me. Okay. Well, that is very good to know for me. Oh, no, please. Details of your incompetence do not interest me. Alrighty, so I think that pretty much sums up the questionnaire part. If I have any more questions, I will most certainly ask you. Now, I did ask for all of my applicants to bring me some work to pretend as if you were already working for me and what kind of brief you would give me when we're working on one of our projects. So, do you have that with you? Okay, I'm going to see what you have for me. So I asked you to send me models and a couple of mood boards for the Brazilian layout. Oh dear, no. Well, yes, I know that this was just an example and this isn't real, but this is real for me, and there's just no way that I would approve this model for the Brazilian layout. I mean, did you not even listen to what I said? Did all of that go out the window? I asked for clean, athletic, smiling, and you gave me tired, paunchy. That's no. Okay. I'm just going to give this back to you. I want nothing to do with it. Okay, so I don't want to completely discourage you. You're not completely out of the running, though. You have not made the best first impression. Nonetheless, if you were my assistant, you would definitely need to lose some weight. Unfortunately, that's just the standards here at this magazine. And the sizing info that you gave me on your resume, and just, honestly, I'm not completely sold that that's correct. So what I'm going to do is actually measure you myself, because I need to make sure that your measurements were correct, and if they're not, then that is okay. You'll just have to drop a few pounds before we hire you. So, if we do hire you, so 2 weeks would be good, correct? Oh, honey, you're gonna have to make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna need for you to stand up, and I'm going to just measure your inseams, okay? Stand just like that, very still. Okay. Let me actually get my notebook so I can take down, because, like I said, I have no idea what you wrote on those papers, but I will need to double check. Okay. So let's first measure. Okay, we're going to measure you from right here. I'm gonna get. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that looks like it is about. Okay. 30 inches across, which would then make that be 24 centimeters. going to need you to stop moving around so much. Thank you. Okay. Let's see, that's 20, 30. Yep, that is more than you definitely wrote down, which is exactly why I needed to measure this for myself. Okay, stand still just like that for me. Okay. Let's see, 40 meters, but then translate about 16 centimeters. That's a little much. Okay. Measure this across. Let's see, that's 50, 27, 32. Oh, I'm sorry, please, I'm not a teacher. Please bore somebody else with your questions. Okay. Yeah, I don't explain what I do, I simply just do. Which is why it's gotten me to where I am today. That's why you are in the position that you're in. 40 centimeters. Were you using, I don't even know, like a baby ruler? Or perhaps were you looking at measurements in a different country? Because the ones that you gave me, yeah, they were very off. Maybe that was from when you were in high school or something. That would make the most sense. Okay, about 30 here, which would be 70. Okay. 30 centimeters, 30, should be about 76 meters, give or take. Okay. Lastly, I need to make sure that you are going to fit into the sample size clothing. I mean, right now it does not look like that's going to be the case, but okay, yeah, about 15, 14 is what I thought. Okay, let me just double check my measurements. Okay, yep, 20, 22, 23, that looks about right. Yeah, that's it. Check over here. Go to check over here. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. That's good. Alrighty, so finish writing this down. Okay, so I've taken all the measurements that I need to take. Thank you so much. So we will be in touch if I do want to see you for a second interview. But I do appreciate you for coming down to the magazine to interview with me. If we do happen to call you back, you're going to receive a call from Emily. Now, if someone calls you and it is not Emily, specifically speaking, anyone by the name of Ashley, hang up and do not talk to her because she is useless and unattractive. I'm not even sure why she's still here, but not many people can do the job that she does, so I digress. I just want to let you know that this is a very competitive role here, and we take professionalism and fashion sense very seriously. There's nobody who does it like us, and everybody wants to be us, so this is very competitive, and you should not get your feelings hurt if you don't fit our standards, but I mean, you made it this far. If only your appearance was a bit better, I'd say you were almost a shoo-in, but we shall see. Okay, I have a meeting that I have to go to, so you may or may not be hearing a call, but please do not hold your breath. I will say in the meantime, I would suggest joining a gym, doing, a bit of cardio to lose some weight, and yeah, maybe I will see you again in the future.